Welcome back to Aeon's End. We're playing against the Rageborne. We're playing with Mist. We're playing with Zahana. And I'm going to do some more shuffling of the turn order deck. And we're going to see what happens this round. Alright, shuffled up. Let's get to see who goes first this time. Oh man, just what I did not want to happen. The Nemesis goes. Yikes. Well, there was only one charge left on Invoke Carnage. There is no charges left now. It will trigger. This is bad. Power 2. So it's going to unleash. Unleash means we're going to add a Fury token, and that's going to make it 2. Bad news. Now, any player suffers 1 damage. That player suffers 1 additional damage for each Fury token the Rageborne has. Well, the Rageborne has 2, so that's going to be a total of 3 damage to somebody. Zahana has the most hit points at 9. I guess we're going to hit her for 3. That's going to take her down to 6 hit points. So that was a very nasty card. We're not finished playing yet, because next up we have the Venomite with 7 health left. And the unfortunate thing about the Venomite, we have to make a decision. We either the player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage, which means Zahana would go from 6 down to 4, or any player discards a prep spell that costs 3 or more. Well, Mist has a spell that costs 3 or more. She has the Oblivion Swell, so we could discard that to avoid the damage. Or we could just suck up the damage and, I don't know. See, this gets really brutal, because if the Nemesis goes again, we're going to discard the spell. I hate to have to do this. Boy, that's painful. We're going to discard the spell because we don't want to damage Zahana anymore. Ooh, and we haven't even pulled a card yet for the Rageborne. That was just dealing with the cards out there. Oh, this is bad. We really needed to go first. All right. And the card we get is Blood Cry. It's a spell? Okay, to discard, lose 4 charges, power, unleash 4 times. Oh man, power 2. So that's going to have 2 charges on it. We can discard 4 charges to get rid of it. Mist has 3 charges. Painful, painful. Alright, and of course now at the end of the Nemesis turn, if Rageborne has 4 or more Fury tokens he strikes, he only has 2. So at least the pain has diminished a little bit for now, but that was the Nemesis going first, which was not really good for us, and we had to discard the Oblivion Swell. Oh, that hurts. Alright, who's going to go next? Player 2. Alright, well, Zahana is up. So let's go over to Zahana and have her take her turn. Zahana has her Spark spell prepped, and we're going to go ahead and she's going to fire off her spell. So it's going to do 1 damage plus 1 for being in Breach 4, 2 damage. So let's go to the Nemesis area. We're going to deal either 2 damage to the Rageborne or 2 damage to the Venomite. It's damage time. And I think we're going to hit the Venomite. It just, that ability that it has is just too devastating for us. So it's going to go from 7 hit points. We're going to knock it down to 5 health. All right, back to Zahana. She's going to be playing the cards from her hand now. Let's hope she can do something else. Let's take a look at her hand. She has a crystal. She has Eternal Ember. She has the Amplify spell. She has a Searing Ruby and a Focus Orb. So this is pretty good. We have to decide kind of what we want to do and in what order. I think we're going to... Okay, what do we have? I focus here, that's on casting. Alright, we're going to play the Focusing Orb, and we're going to play it on Mist again, and it's focus any player's breach. So we're going to do that. Let's go over to Mist's area, and we're going to focus one of her breaches. Alright, so over here we are going to focus her only unopened breach, breach number 4, so we're going to focus it by using the relic, the Focusing Orb. Alright, we're going to go back to Zahana. We're going to continue on with her turn. Alright, well, we use the Focusing Orb, and what does she have left? Well, she has 2 spells left, and once again we're going to prep the Eternal Ember to open breach 2. And we're going to prep the Amplify Vision into open breach 1. So those are prepped, leaving in our hand the Searing Ruby. So 2, 3, 4 could get us a spell, or we can spend 3 for something else. 3 for something else. I think we are going to spend 2. We're going to spend 2, 3, and we're going to buy this Leeching Agate. When you gain this, you gain 1 charge. So we're gaining it. It allows us to gain a charge. So it's going to have 3, and that's going to be, of course, purchased. Goes here. Now we can discard these cards in any order. We will discard the Focusing Orb, then the Searing Ruby, and then the regular crystal. All right. Picking up 5 cards for the next hand. And let's see what we've got. We have the Devouring Shadow, a crystal, a crystal, a crystal, and a crystal. Okay. Ooh, I don't know. It's a tough game. All right. That's basically the end of player 2's turn. Let's go back to the turn order deck and see who's going to activate next. All right, turn order deck turn. And whose turn is it? Player 2. We're back to... All right, we're back to Zahana. She gets to go again, and that, I believe, is going to be pretty good. So once again, we're going to go back to Zahana, and she's going to take another turn. All right, it's casting spell time. So this is pretty good. So once again, we have our Eternal Ember all prepped and ready to go, and we're going to use the Aura ability down here. Cast one of your prep spells without discarding it. That is such a good, good ability to have, spell to have. So we're going to cast Amplify Vision without discarding it. Focus your closed breach with the lowest focused cost. Well, she only has 1 breach, so we're going to focus that. Next time it's focused, it'll be opened. Deal 2 damage. If all your breaches are open, deal an additional damage. Well, they're not, but we're going to be dealing 3 damage, plus 1 for breach 4 and 2. So 3 damage, but this does not get discarded because of the Eternal Ember. So we're going to go deal 3 damage and come back and continue doing the casting spell. All right, we're going to deal 3 damage, and yeah, we're going to hit the Venomite. He's going to go down to 2 health. Okay, back to Zahana. We're still casting spells. She gets basically to cast Amplify Vision again, and you know, there's no use going back to her area. But we're going to be... Well, no, we are going to go back because something else is going to happen now. So we're going to go back to Zahana. She's going to be doing casting Amplify Vision again. All right, we're still into the casting spells, and we're going to cast Amplify Vision again. Cast Focus your closed breach with the lowest focused cost. Well, this is the only one. It is now going to open. So now she has breach 3 open. All of her breaches are now open. Deal 2 damage. If all of your breaches are open, deal an additional damage. Plus 1 damage, 2, 3 damage. So she can deal 4 damage right now. And wow, so she's going to be dealing 4 damage. Dealing 4 damage. Let's go and see who we're going to hit with. All right, we're going to be dealing 4 damage. And oh, I hate to waste damage. And you can't split the damage. You have to do all of it to either the Rageborne or the Venomite. We're going to knock out the Venomite. This guy is just too much trouble. So away he goes. Zahana takes the Venomite out. All right, back to Zahana. It's now time for her to play the cards in her hand. All right, time to play cards from her hand. She has 1, 2, she has 4 crystals. What she's going to do is well, first of all, she'll prep this spell. While prepped, you may destroy a card in your hand during your main phase. So she's going to prep it to breach 3. And while prepped, so that was prepping spells. So now that it's prepped, you may destroy a card in your hand. And we're going to do that. We're going to destroy one of these crystals. So it is out of the game. Gone. Destroyed. We still have 3 ether left. We're going to use 2 of it. We're going to spend all 3. So with 3 ether, we're going to spend 2 of it, of course, to get a charge. Now Zahana has 4 charges. And with her 4 charges, we are going to take a look at the Blood Cry card, the spell card from the Rageborne. To discard, lose 4 charges. So we're going to get rid of this card off the Nemesis as well. And by doing that, she's going to discard 4 charges. So boom, we've gotten rid of that. And now she's going to discard her cards in any order. I'm going to discard all of those here and draw up for her next hand. So that was pretty good stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And this deck flips over. And she'll be drawing the top card. So she has a spark, a crystal, a searing ruby, a crystal, and a crystal for her next turn. All right, so far, I think so good. We lost the 4 charges though, but Gravehold is not in that bad a shape. All right, it's going to be turn order time again. So let's find out who's next. Once again, we flip the turn order card. We're going to find out who goes next, and it is player 1. So Mist now gets to go. All right, over to Mist, and we'll find out what she's going to do. Darn it, she lost that nice spell though. All right, start of the player turn, casting spells. She will cast the Spark spell, doing 1 damage. 1 damage. All right, let's go to the Nemesis area, and Mist will deal her 1 damage. All right, it's only 1 damage, but well, 1 damage is better than no damage. So the Rageborne goes from 61 health down to 60. So far in the game, we've managed to knock 10 health off the Rageborne. Woohoo! All right, back to Mist. She's going to play her cards now. All right, it's time for Mist to play her cards. She has a Searing Ruby. She has Amplify Vision and 3 crystals. So she's going to prep her Amplify Vision to breach number 3, which is +1 damage on casting. And what else does she have? 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5. She could have 6 for a spell. Or 6 for a spell. Or 2, 3, 4, 5 for something else. And what does she want to do? Oh man, I think she's going to spend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think she's going to spend all 6 to purchase a spell. And I think she's going to get the Devouring Shadow. Devouring Shadow spell costing 6. While prepped, you may destroy a card in hand once per turn during your main phase, and it deals 3 damage. So she's going to purchase that with her Ether. And now she gets to put her cards back in any order, and she might as well put the Searing Ruby on the top and the other 3 there. And now she's drawing up 1, 2. She only has 2 cards. And this deck flips over, of course, and she'll draw up 3 more cards for her hand. 1, 2, oh, spark and spark, and a crystal. All right, that's going to be it for her turn. And up next, we're going to find out who's going again. All right, turn order. There's only 2 cards left. One of them's a Nemesis. And it's the Nemesis turn. Okay, well, luckily we got rid of the power card. We got rid of that Venomite. So nothing really bad's happening at the moment, but we need to draw a card. So no cards to activate, but we do have a card to draw. And it's Needlemaw minion. 11 health. Persistent. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Okay, well, again, not ideal. But 5 and 6, where is the 6 here? So 11 health for the Needlemaw. They don't activate right now, of course, they just come out. And so we look at the end of the Nemesis turn. If Rageborne has 4 or more Fury tokens, he strikes once. He only has 2, so he's not going to strike. So that was basically the Nemesis turn, which didn't seem to be too devastating. All right. Up last, of course, will be player 1. Mist is going to go once more. All right, which could be pretty good stuff. All right, we're going to go over to Mist area, and we're going to have her take the turn, last turn for this episode. Right. Casting spell time, Amplify Vision, which she's going to cast. Cast Focus your closed breach with the lowest focus cost. Well, she only has 1 breach that is not open. Focusing it will open it. Boom. All 4 of her breaches are now open, which is excellent. Deal 2 damage. If all of your breaches are open, deal 1 additional damage. So this is going to deal 2, 3, 4 damage. So 4 damage for this spell. Let's go to the Nemesis area and dole out 4 damage. All right, 4 damage. We can either hit the Needle Maw or we can hit the Rageborne for 4. Oh man, tough decisions again. I think, no, what do I want to do? I don't even know. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the Needle Maw. Bam, from 11 hit points down to 7. All right, Rageborne still sitting at 60. Let's play the cards for Mist then, and that will be the end of her turn. All right, playing cards for Mist. Mist has a Crystal, Garnet Shard, a Spark, and a Spark. Well, she might as well prep both of her Sparks to her Open Breaches, which do +1 damage. And now she can either do 1, 2. You know what? I think we're going to use the Garnet Shard again to cast any player's prep spell. She's going to cast her own spell off of here, which is going to be 1, 2 damage. So she's going to be able to deal 2 damage. So we're going to do that in a second. She's going to spend the 2 crystals here for 2 ether to give herself a charge. But we're going to deal 2 damage. Let's go to the Nemesis area and deal up the damage for the Sparks. All right, the 2 damage. We're going to hit the Needle Maws. Going to take them from 7 health, and they're going to drop down to 5. All right, back to Mist to wrap up her turn. All right, so basically Mist has played all of her cards, so we can put them in any order we want. We will put the Garnet Shard there and the 2 crystals on top. She is going to pick up 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for her next turn, which will be the next episode. She gets Searing Ruby, Devouring Shadow, Spark, Oblivion Swell again, and a Crystal. All right, that's going to be her hand when we come back on the next episode. So we're going to zoom out. We're going to have a look at the status of things, and that's going to be the episode for today. All right, well, that was our episode for today. We got rid of Power Card and a minion. Another minion came out. The Nemesis Rageborne still sitting at 60 health. All breaches are open now for Mist. All breaches are open for Zahana. And the battle is on. So Mist is at 7 health. Zahana's at 6. And I don't know. I mean, we got to start damaging the Rageborne. And hope we can take him down to 0 hit points before either both our heroes are exhausted or Greyhold is down to... Is it Grave? Yes, Gravehold. I keep calling it Greyhold. I think it's Gravehold goes to 0. We're going to lose the game. So thanks so much for watching along. This is Aeon's End. We're playing against the Rageborne with Mist and Zahana. So thanks so much for your comments, your subscriptions, and your likes. I really do appreciate it. So join me next time for the continuation of Aeon's End against the Rageborne.